issues.
We're gonna have parking issues, and that'll be great.
So we're buying school buses.
School buses.
I'll drive.
All right, we got a driver. Perfect. And that's how this event has gone. That is what is magical about getting people together. And so we did, and we decided, let's ask from y'all what you all can do and show each other and start getting facilitated skill changing, skill exchange, develop the relationships. And how would you say that turned out?
I'd say it went well. I think that everybody has a perception that they're just starting, or they what they're doing might not be right. And I think the important thing is that to just do anything, right? Just do anything. And when you start doing things, people will do them a different way. You'll have the perception you're doing them wrong, or people will tell you you're doing them wrong. But I mean, we have chickens today, and we had chickens 1,000 years ago. So obviously, keeping chickens 1,000 years ago worked, or we wouldn't have chickens today. So just do things. I think that's the biggest thing. People are hungry for this. People are curious about it. We call it prepping or survival or homestead, right? Grandma just called it Tuesday. So just go. I think that's the ultimate goal of a prepper, is to have a homestead and to be able to produce some of your own food at whatever level. It doesn't matter.
Whole sauce from Living Green, Tennessee. We got John Willis from Special Operations Equipment here. He's our host, so thank you for hosting again.
Woo. Thank you.
Yep. We're going to start with some housekeeping issues. Actually, you know what? We're going to talk about the event and let people filter in and do housekeeping when there are more people here. Can you let people know to come out?
Drive them forward.
Cattle prods.
All you guys keep asking what I need.
So in this area from like March to September, you can see the core of the Milky Way, And so, the guy at the National Park, and the guy was like,
Take lots of pictures and video clips so we can.
I can see this transition from the lady who just wanted to hang out with me.
It's not in my hand.
Which one?
No.
There were 103 opportunities in the U.S. a few years back. We've lost.
That's my only black friend.
What's going on, everybody? Do I even need this damn thing? I probably don't even need this, but how's everybody doing?
Good.
All right, good. All right, so you know what the conversation's about. So I'm gonna tell you right now, anytime before we receive information, and I know we got a lot of teachers and different aspects in this room, but it's all about mindset before you walk in, right? Before you walk into a class or a workshop, get your mind right. So right now, please get your shit together, all right? If I can stand in front of this room and have this conversation, and you get sensitive, some shit is wrong. All right, so my name is Kevin Dixie. John's been a good buddy of mine for years now. I've watched him for a long time, mainly for his business practices, but then I started kind of liking the way he was treating some of his unruly customers. It was encouraging. But he called me and said, hey, I just need you to come to this event. Didn't even tell me what it was for, and the point I'm gonna make today is about relationships. I didn't even ask him. I just showed your neighborhood, from a jogger, non-jogger, whatever the case may be, right? Just did the right thing. Let me ask you guys a question. How many people, when they first heard about that case, heard people making it racial? Right? Even before we got any of the details, like immediately, right off the bat, right? Okay, we all understand, hey, when something first happens, you might want to wait at least a week or two to kind of see what else comes out, right? All right, so in the meantime, we're trying to have a conversation about the Second Amendment and about the importance of protecting yourself. And I got a large portion of Americans, a large portion, some wearing your favorite 1776 shirts, saying, well, no, he was a thug, which, by the way, when you say the word thug, that's code word for saying the N-word to us, period. Especially depending on the way you use it, right? So it's cool. You ain't gonna ruffle my feathers because I can fight and I got a gun, so I'm all right? However, when I'm looking at that, I'm looking at people, everybody on both sides of it, right? They're like, hey, no, this happened. And these people are like, no, this didn't happen. You got to prove it. And we all saw the video footage. We all got the details. And then we got a conviction at the end of it, right? Did anybody hear what happened to the federal case, the federal hate crime case that the McMichaels were up against? Anybody know anything about that? Yeah, because it didn't happen. They essentially said, we're going to let that go. Do you know why they said we're going to let it go? How many of you, and it's okay, we're just in a room talking. How many of you were kind of on the side when you first heard the story of the McMichaels? Okay, it's fine. Look, I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm pretty sure you got a gun too. It's all right. It's all right.
When they first announced it, I mean,
Right, a lot of
it's
people
funny.
did. But what happened after that is that all the recordings of Travis McMichael and all the Facebook posts came out. They came out in federal court, to where he said people like me are monkeys. They need to be killed and murdered. Okay? So, for a lot of Americans, they made it political. You're looking at that and you're saying, well, no, these guys were protecting their neighborhood. They were doing this and that. CNN gets it, they spin it one way. Fox gets it, they spin it another way. And what happens is when me and you see each other, we're looking at whatever mainstream has fed us and wherever we're getting our information from and we're fighting. Because America doesn't want to believe things like racism exists. I hate to tell you, but it does. It does. Do you mean to tell me we're going to eliminate racism off this planet? When? All it takes is for one asshole to be a racist and it exists. Period. Right? However, rooms like this and rooms like where I come from are being pitted against each other when we have situations like that.
So what I started doing was started implying some of those things to build my mental fortitude, to kind of rewire some of those neural pathways and stuff, if you will. There's a lot of little tricks you can do that I learned and things like that. But basically, the biggest thing I guess I could read with you guys, don't ever quit, don't ever give up, all right? But change. Don't be afraid of change, okay? So question for you guys. Time, money, emotions, and relationships. What do they all have in common? Anyone? What's that?
You have to work for them.
You gotta work for them, not really. All your time's been given to you. When did you ever work for that? They're all precious. Yes, they are. They're all in your control. Boom. Time, money, emotions, relationships. If you don't fucking manage them, they will manage you. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. And you know what else? They're all interlinked. Think about it. You're having a bad day at work because you didn't get out of bed on time. So you're running late and you're fucking gridlocked because now you didn't hit your window for the traffic. You're running late to work. Now that might affect your money. It's definitely going to affect your emotions, which is also going to affect your relationships with those that you're around, right? And you can add different bubbles and circles to this all you want. You know, it could be health or whatever. But basically, if you don't manage them, they will manage you. So I started out with that. It was just time, money, emotions, and relationships. And the way I started doing was doing habits of gratitude daily. You know, you start looking at daily routines. John has a daily routine. You have a morning routine, don't you? What do you do?
Wake up, get up, just get up.
Get up, get going, right? You have things that you do and everything, get on the cardio. I have a morning routine, you know.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here with the man, John Willis. We just hosted the second Living Free in Tennessee here at the SOE compound. Bigger, badder than the last one. There's one coming up June 11th. If you miss this one, man, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're gonna die when everything goes down, so just stay at home.
I don't know about that, but it's Amanda's birthday, June 11th, so if you don't want to come for one reason or another, but bring presents for Amanda.
Yep.
Come out. I think we have more people already registered for the next event than we did for this one. We've already got people promoted to come speak, and just come out, man. Have a good time. If you're not interested in this, you're still going to meet people. You're going to meet new relationships. You're going to have, it's just a good time.
There's a lot of networking here, even if you're not into self-reliant, it's just business. A lot of business happening this weekend. A lot of people getting to know each other, and yeah, it's just good vibes, man. So come learn something, come hang out, get to know people, build a network. You won't regret it.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, come on out.
all right, take care, guys. Thank you.